Dr. Ray Dorsey, a leading neurologist and Parkinson's disease specialist, opens the discussion by highlighting the alarming rise of Parkinson's disease worldwide. Currently affecting over 10 million people, the number of cases is expected to double in the next 25 years, making Parkinson's the fastest-growing neurological disorder on the planet. Contrary to the common belief that Parkinson's is primarily a genetic or bad luck disease, Dr. Dorsey and his colleagues argue that it is largely man-made, driven by environmental toxins and lifestyle factors. This shift in understanding challenges the traditional medical approach, which often focuses on treatment rather than prevention or cause. Dr. Dorsey emphasizes that Parkinson's disease is not an inevitable fate, but a largely preventable condition if society addresses the environmental exposures fueling its rise. His work, including 2 books, Ending Parkinson's Disease and The Parkinson's Plan, aims to raise awareness and provide actionable steps to reduce risk and slow progression. One of the most striking revelations in the conversation is the role of specific environmental toxins in accelerating Parkinson's disease. Dr. Dorsey points to pesticides, particularly paraquat, as a major culprit. Paraquat, widely used in farming, has been shown to increase the risk of Parkinson's by damaging dopamine-producing nerve cells in the brain. The chemical's toxicity was known decades ago, including by the manufacturers themselves, yet it remains in use in many places. Equally concerning are dry cleaning chemicals such as trichloroethylene and perchloroethylene. These solvents, used extensively in dry cleaning and industrial degreasing, have been linked to a 500% increased risk of Parkinson's disease. Dr. Dorsey shares stories of individuals exposed to these chemicals through their occupations or environments, including military personnel and dry cleaning workers, underscoring the widespread nature of exposure. Despite the known risks, these chemicals have persisted in the environment for nearly a century, contaminating groundwater, military bases, and communities. Air pollution emerges as another critical factor in Parkinson's disease risk. Dr. Dorsey explains that breathing polluted air, especially in urban centers like Los Angeles, exposes individuals to particulate matter and toxic metals that can enter the brain through the olfactory nerve. This pathway may initiate Parkinson's pathology in the nose before it spreads to the brain, a concept supported by recent neurological research. The impact of air pollution extends beyond Parkinson's, contributing to cognitive decline, cardiovascular disease, and other neurological disorders. While air quality in many cities has improved since the mid-20th century, pollution remains a significant health hazard. Dr. Dorsey highlights global efforts, such as China's rapid air quality improvements, as examples of what can be achieved with political will and public demand. A particularly eye-opening subject is the association between living near golf courses and increased Parkinson's risk. Golf courses use pesticides at rates far exceeding agricultural lands, and studies have found that individuals living within a mile of a golf course have more than double the risk of developing Parkinson's disease. This risk is thought to arise from pesticide residues contaminating air and water supplies, exposing residents even if they do not play golf themselves. Dr. Dorsey shares a poignant story of a young man who developed Parkinson's in his early 20s after working on a golf course sod squad, illustrating how early life exposure can have devastating long-term effects. The research suggests that inhalation of pesticides may trigger Parkinson's pathology in the olfactory bulb, reinforcing the importance of environmental exposure in disease development. Dietary habits also play a significant role in Parkinson's risk, particularly through pesticide residues on produce and animal products. Dr. Dorsey stresses the importance of washing fruits and vegetables thoroughly, regardless of whether they are organic, to reduce pesticide ingestion. He explains that many pesticides are fat-soluble and can accumulate in animal fats, meaning that conventional meat and dairy products may concentrate harmful chemicals. The discussion includes examples such as the use of heptachlor, an organochlorine pesticide related to DDT, which was sprayed on pineapple crops in Hawaii and subsequently concentrated in cow's milk. Studies in Hawaii linked high milk consumption to increased Parkinson's risk with pesticide residues found in the brains of affected individuals. This bioaccumulation highlights the complex ways environmental toxins enter the human food chain and impact neurological health. While many environmental factors increase Parkinson's risk, Dr. Dorsey points to caffeine consumption as a protective factor. Epidemiological studies show that regular intake of caffeinated coffee or tea is associated with a lower risk of developing Parkinson's disease, possibly due to caffeine's neuroprotective effects on dopamine-producing neurons. Decaffeinated beverages do not confer the same benefit, underscoring the importance of caffeine itself. In addition to choosing organic produce and animal products to reduce pesticide exposure, Dr. Dorsey advocates for organic wines, noting that conventional wines often contain pesticide residues. He highlights studies correlating pesticide use in vineyard regions with higher Parkinson's prevalence, reinforcing the need for consumers to demand safer agricultural practices and for policymakers to support organic farming. A major theme throughout the conversation is the relative contribution of genetics versus environment in Parkinson's disease. Dr. Dorsey cites large genetic studies showing that only about 1–5% of Parkinson's cases in the U.S. can be linked to known genetic risk factors. Even the most common genetic mutation associated with Parkinson's, LRR2, has incomplete penetrance, meaning many carriers never develop the disease. This evidence supports the view that environmental exposures are the primary drivers of Parkinson's. Dr. Dorsey also notes that families share environments and lifestyles, which can confound assumptions about genetic inheritance. Twin studies further reinforce the modest role of genetics, with identical twins showing only slightly higher concordance rates than fraternal twins. Dr. Dorsey discusses the systemic obstacles hindering progress in understanding and preventing Parkinson's disease. He points to the disproportionate allocation of research funding, with only 2 cents of every Parkinson's research dollar devoted to prevention. The medical system's focus on treatment rather than cause perpetuates a reactive approach that fails to address environmental contributors. Moreover, powerful industry interests, including pesticide manufacturers and chemical companies, have historically concealed or downplayed risks associated with their products. This deliberate production of ignorance, or agnotology, parallels tactics used by the tobacco and opioid industries. Overcoming these entrenched interests requires both scientific creativity and political will, which have so far been insufficient. Beyond statistics and science, Dr. Dorsey shares the profound human impact of Parkinson's disease. He recounts how the disease robs individuals of dignity, independence, and social connection, often leading to isolation and suffering. Caregivers bear a heavy burden, and the disease is now the 14th leading cause of death globally. Yet there is hope. Many people with Parkinson's live productive lives, aided by medications and lifestyle interventions. Dr. Dorsey emphasizes the importance of asking why one develops the disease, advocating for a shift in medical culture toward prevention and patient empowerment. He also highlights inspiring stories of advocacy and resilience, such as individuals who have transformed their diagnosis into a mission to raise awareness and drive change. Dr. Dorsey and his co-author have developed a set of 25 actionable recommendations aimed at reducing Parkinson's risk and slowing disease progression. These include avoiding pesticide exposure by advocating for pesticide-free schools and golf courses, using air and water purifiers, choosing organic foods, and engaging in regular exercise. Exercise, in particular, is underscored as a powerful intervention. Recent studies show that physical activity not only improves quality of life for those with Parkinson's, but may also reduce the risk of cancer recurrence and other chronic diseases. Sleep quality, diet, and minimizing exposure to environmental toxins are also key components of the plan, empowering individuals to take control of their health.